I dream myself alive. His head towered above the crowd like a disengaged Greek idol overlooking the masses. The throngs of people around him had already noticed his ethereal presence. I could only see the back of his head, unflawed hair with little sable ringlets nuzzling the collar of his polo. He looks a lot like Kirk. His eyes combed over the hordes of featureless people. He was clearly looking for someone. Is he searching for me? Even as the haze around him began to faintly dissipate, I squinted against the phantom fog. My mouth hung agape with an intoxicatingly optimistic expression. My eyes bugged out, and I couldn't blink as I gawked at the masculine essence striding towards me. I questionably scoured him from head to toe. Is it him? But it can't be. Drunken off fear, I timidly stepped closer, but fumbled, apprehensively biting my lip. Our eyes met. A dazzling, luminous smile lit up his face. Suddenly, he winked at me, just like Kirk used to. I was thrilled. I couldn't swallow, and butterflies were fluttering frenetically in my belly. I was so jittery, whoever it was may have to pry me off the ceiling. I had already instructed reality to button her lip about the night Kirk died. Now, my imagination was in overdrive. Maybe his death was an extremely well-rehearsed magic act? A conjured-up scheme to fake his own death, perhaps because he had an unfathomable fear of fatherhood? I've heard of stranger things, seen 'em on Maui. In next to no time, we were inches apart and face to face. It was undoubtedly Kirk. He was more brilliantly handsome than in all my sundry reminiscing moments and dreams. I vaulted into his arms like a small monkey, kissing his cheeks ceaselessly. As he wrapped his arms around me, I melted into him. We both sighed heavily, teeming with gratefulness. Thank you, God. However, the lies of my heart were often exposed like this. Are you ever coming back to me? Unrelenting pragmatism instigated my request. It was really more like a pathetic plea than a question. He expeditiously spun around, swiftly embracing me from behind in a playful manner. Yes, he said affectionately, and began to softly rub my belly. His long and elegant fingers made large clockwise circles, steadying my nerves with each mesmerizing loop. His indication was obvious. His spirit would always subsist, through our precious baby. I woke up, feeling bamboozled that it was only a deceptive fantasy. No, no, no! Go back to sleep! I desperately wanted to return to the tender dream, but couldn't. I hate that. After counting a few hundred sheep, I gave up. I felt happiness and misery in identical measure. I wanted the fantasies. I was spoiling for a fight against reality and the cruelties it hosted. This dream was so crisp and detailed, unlike my typical dreams. I hadn't felt that depth of real tranquility for weeks. I questioned if Kirk's spirit was somehow communicating with me through that unpretentious moment. Naysayers might say no, but I have always questioned this vision. I smiled inside, kissed the inside of my hand, and rubbed the smooch on my tummy. Thank you, baby. A delighted happiness inundated me afterward. I couldn't wait to meet our daughter. See Kirk again.